Well, hello, this is Rosa, rcgkreatons. How are you doing? We're bringing to you today a little video on baking chicken fried steak. Hubby went ahead, pounded the meat. You want to pound it with a mallet to make it more thinner and makes it more tenderized. He added, this is the seasoning we're going to coat everything with. There's flour. What else is there?
Buttery steakhouse seasonings.
Buttery steakhouse seasoning from Landry's.
Caramelized buttery onion.
And caramelized butter onions. Well, I wish we had smell-o-vision. Okay, he's going to mix it all up. You can put your... To make it easy, what he does is he puts a lid on it and just shakes it up. Make sure it's a lid that seals pretty good, because you don't want to have flour all over the place. And on the side over here, we've got water boiling, so we're going to have the old-fashioned chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes. It's going to be a quickie little dinner for us. Here is a egg mixture, one scrambled egg with milk. That's going to be your wash. So he's going to dip it in the wash, the whole thing. See how you do both sides of it? Let it drip for the excess juices. I'm going to put it in the flour, and then we're going to coat it. It's going to shake it up again so the whole thing gets coated on both sides. This is just an easier way so your hands don't get all yucky messy. If you want to, you could always use your fingers and do it, but then your hands get all messy. You're going to poke it again. Whoops. And he's going to do it again. Drench it in the egg milk mixture. And if you wanted to, you could have added some salt and pepper, but since we don't cook with salt, I just salt it on the plate once I've got the meat on my plate. Because most of the time I don't even need to add salt and pepper, because the seasonings already did all that for us. Because almost all the seasonings, especially the ones you buy at the stores, already have all those preservatives in there. We didn't turn the oil on, sorry. Forgot, we got to turn your oil before you start this part so the oil gets hot. So one's ready. And when the oil gets hot in just a few minutes, I'm going to put, I'm looking at our timer on the clock on the oven. So we got about 2 more minutes before it gets hot. Maybe a minute. But see, he's doing the second one. And if you can, you want to do as much as you can. That way you can save on time on cooking. Because if the pan's big enough, you can do 2 or 3 at one time. Okay, he's adding the potatoes. I peeled and diced some potatoes. He's adding them to the water because the water's already boiling. And as a lot of people know, when you have something boiling and you put an ingredient in there, it turns down the heat so it doesn't come to a boil. Once the water comes back to a boil again, that's when we'll put the lid on and set it for 20 minutes, and they should be 20 to 30 minutes. The potatoes should be done. If you do the big chunks, it takes longer. If you do the smaller chunks, the small diced ones, is what I do, it doesn't take as long. So here's hubby doing the second one. And if you saw that, I don't see that part. The flour didn't get on there. That's okay. Just keep on turning it around until the flour gets in there. Can you grab a spoon? Actually, let me mix this up. Okay. Let me grab some more flour. He's going to get some more flour. We're going to make a little bit more of the mix. So, but we're still waiting for the oil to get hot anyways. That should be enough, because it's only one more. Oh yeah, we gotta do a double coat. I forgot. We like a double coat of the flour and egg mixture, because that gives us an extra crunch to the chicken fried steak, and then you don't lose any of it when it's in the frying. So now he's adding the close it up. He's used the Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse. We get this at our local Sam's. This is some really good stuff. Next, he added the caramelized onion butter. Now, this is really, really, really good. Let me tell you what this has. This has sea salt, dehydrated onion, cane sugar, dextrose, maltodextrin, don't ask me what that is, toasted onion, rice concentrate, yeast extract, natural flavors, spices, citric acid, turmeric, butter, sweet buttermilk, and it contains milk. That's in the ingredients for this caramelized onions. So now he's doing the double dip of the milk and egg mixture. And he's going to recoat it again in the flour. And these little containers, these are just the little ones you buy at the grocery store or Amazon. They're just reusable containers for like leftovers, is all they are. They come in different sizes. There you go. So now he's going to go ahead and put it in the oil and see how it's sizzling. See that right there? I'll leave the camera right here until he gets the next one in there. And one way, so if you really want crunchy stuff without lose your crunchies, once you lay it down, don't move it, don't swirl it around, don't do nothing, just lay it and let it do its thing. You're going to have less breakage and less crust coming off the steak itself. Okay? Let me backtrack this a little bit here, sorry about that. Just turn it down the heat just a little bit because you can see the oil is getting a little hot. So that's okay. When you'll start to see a little golden brown on the edges, right where the oil meets the top of the meat. When it starts to see a little golden brown, that's when you want to test it, but don't test it until then, because you don't want to move it. The more you move it, the worse it gets. This is one of those times you want to leave it. Don't walk away because you're dealing with hot oil, but you can walk away. And you hear it sizzling? Now if you wanted to, you could move that one over to the side and put the next one in here, but I think we need to wait because that's really kind of snug, that pan. These are 2 big pieces of chicken fried steak. Oh, let me get a paper towel with paper napkins. Some napkins. I'm just going to get a plate and put some napkins on there so the chicken fried steak, once they're cooked, to sit on here and they'll soak till the next one's ready. And they're right there next to the frying pan. See that plate of oil with a napkin on it right there? Yep. There's my alarm. Bear with me right a second. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. Now we're just basically going to sit here and wait. Well, we're going to stand and wait. Wait for the potatoes to continue to boil. They haven't come up to a rapid boil yet. Once they come up to a rapid boil, that's when we add the lid to the pot. And you can add a lid to the big frying pan if you want to. I personally don't like to do that. I like to have an open flame. He's gonna grab a lid. No, it's the silver one. The silver one goes to that one. That's too small. Oh yeah, that one. I think that one does get that one. Okay. One of these pots doesn't have a lid. And I would think when you buy the whole set, all the lids would go to all the pants, but they don't. One of these pots does not have a lid to it. It didn't come that way.
They all have a lid. Yeah. They don't want to have the lid.
The other small frying pan doesn't fit that lid.
No, it's just a small one there.
Okay. My mistake. I apologize.
Well, the frying pans don't come with lids. You don't put a lid on a frying pan.
This is a set, an entire set.
Yeah, but the lids come with the pots, the Dutch oven one, and the big thing.
Oh, but not the frying pan.
No, not the frying pan.
Okay, so the skillets are the ones that don't have a lid.
Skillets don't have lids.
Now, do you hear it sizzling? And you see how it's moving up and down more now? You see that? Now's a good time to go ahead and... Did you return it around?
Yeah, the frying is good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you only want to turn it once to get a good crunch. And you don't want to lose all your coating. Okay, you see how it's starting to get darker on that one side? You see that? Because you have to make sure you give it enough time to cook, but that it cooked all the way in the center. Because that's the biggest part when you're doing fried meat, is you want the actual meat itself to cook. I think we need to turn down the burner on the potatoes. Yeah, always double check your burner on the other item you're cooking. When you start to see the bubbles going, that means you got to turn down the heat on the water so you don't have an overflow. Okay, so doesn't that look good? We're going to have some good eating tonight. And we're going to be good. We're not making any gravy because that's extra calories we just don't need. We're already cheating by having fried already. We're going to try to cheat, but not cheat bad.
Yeah, don't add too much to your oil because it reduces the heat.
Don't add what?
Too much to your oil.
Too much
in the
food?
oil.
Don't add too much food to the oil, is what you're saying.
Reduce your heat.
That's why you could have, if you wanted to, if you had all three pieces at the same time, or all your pieces, and you could have, but the thing is you got to put them all run back to back at the same time. But since the other two were done and on the oil before the third one was ready, it's not good for you to add it in yet. But when this is about done, this is a good time, because we still have to wait for the potatoes to be done. So when these two are done, then it'll be a good time. But I think he's going to go ahead and do it now. Yep, he's going to go ahead and add it now. He's the cook. Remember, when you're the cook, you do what you do, because you're cooking. I'm going to throw this away. And this I'm going to put in the garbage. Do not put this in your sink because it will clog up your pipes. This is that flour mixture. All the flour stuff, put it in your trash can. Is this for the potatoes? Okay, so what I've done is I just put those dishes in the sink, make sure I drained all the flour out, and I put a little bit of water so they'll soak, so it'll be easy cleanup for me when I get done. But we're not going to do cleanup till after supper. And now what I'm doing, you hear that sizzling? You just flip the other one over? You
Well,
just
no,
flip
this
the other
I'll
one
do the
over.
other side brown. I want to get them that coated.
That sounds so good. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. A good old-fashioned meal for today's supper. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set this down because basically right now you're just waiting to make sure. And then when you take the first one out, you want to do a little bit of a cut just to make sure that the center is cooked all the way. You want to just do a slight little cut because if it's not cooked all the way through, you got to put it back in the frying pan to cook some more. Okay, so we'll bring it back when we come back and do the taste test. Okay, we are back. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice and pretty? There's some potatoes. Let's do the little taste test. I went ahead and checked all of them to make sure they were cooked all the way through because these are some big steaks. But look at that. The coating is on both sides. And we didn't lose any coating. And I really do believe the secret, part of the secret to that is lay them down and don't touch them. Do not continue to touch them. Where they land is where they land. That's for any kind of frying. Chicken, chicken fried steak, chicken fried chicken. Now, of course, we haven't seasoned the salt and pepper the potatoes, but look how rich and creamy those are. So here I have my mashed potatoes, chicken fried steak. See how it all got cooked really well? I'm leaving the big piece for hubby. So let's do the taste test. Potato, chicken fried steak. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. The oil is not, the chicken fried steak is not overly oily and greasy. A lot of this is get your heat up high, then put your meat in, lay it down, don't move it, leave it alone. And you'll have some good coating on your chicken fried steak, fried chicken. Oops, see that? Didn't lose anything. Look at this one. Didn't lose anything. And they all cook straight through the middle. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.